How it all started, honestly, it didn't look dangerous at all, not even a little bit. And that's what makes this whole thing so uncomfortable to hear. Because if something looks harmless, feels good, and everyone around you is doing it too, you never stop and question it, right? You just go with it. You call it normal. You even defend it sometimes. Like, hey, it's just a nap. What could go wrong? And that's exactly the mindset Robert had, a 69-year-old man who thought he had life pretty much figured out. Nothing extreme, nothing crazy, just simple routines, a calm life. The kind of life people actually wish for when they get older. You know, less stress, more rest, more time to relax. And yeah, naps became a big part of that routine, almost like a reward after a long morning, something he felt he had earned. And honestly, who could blame him? Because that heavy, sleepy feeling after lunch hits different, especially when you're older. Your body slows down, your energy dips, and your brain is like, man, just lie down for a bit. And so he did, every single day. Same pattern, same comfort, same mistake. And nobody, not even him, realized what was quietly building up underneath all that comfort. Because here's the thing people don't talk about enough. Naps are not always safe. Yeah, I said it. They're not always safe, especially not the way most people do them. And Robert, he was doing everything wrong without even knowing it. And that's what makes this story feel so real, so close, like it could easily be someone you know, maybe even you. Because let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever eaten a heavy meal, like rice, bread, meat, something filling, and then immediately felt that wave of sleepiness hit your eyes, like you can barely keep them open? And instead of waiting, instead of walking it off, you just go straight to bed or couch, lie flat, maybe scroll your phone for a minute, and then boom, you're out cold, deep sleep. Not a light nap, not that refreshing kind, but a heavy one, the kind that pulls you in deeper than you expected. Yeah, that's exactly what Robert did every single afternoon, and it felt good. I mean, really good, at least at first, because your body loves rest, it craves it. But what it doesn't love is when you confuse it, when you put it in a position where it has to fight between digestion and breathing and circulation all at once. And that's what was happening inside him, even though from the outside it looked peaceful, quiet, harmless, almost beautiful in a way. Just an old man resting. But inside, it was chaos, slow, silent chaos building over time. Because when you lie flat right after eating, your stomach is still working, pushing, processing, breaking things down. And your body needs proper positioning for that. It needs gravity, it needs time. But instead, Robert would go completely flat, sometimes even slightly curled, putting pressure on his chest without realizing it. And this didn't just affect digestion, no, it went deeper than that. It started affecting his breathing patterns, especially because he already had a mild condition he didn't take seriously, sleep apnea. Yeah, that thing people joke about, the snoring, the sudden gasps, the interrupted breathing during sleep. Most people ignore it, they laugh it off, they say it's just snoring, but it's not just snoring. It's your body struggling to get oxygen while you're asleep. And when you combine that with lying flat right after a heavy meal, you're basically making it harder for your lungs to expand properly, harder for oxygen to flow the way it should. And over time, that puts stress on your heart, real stress, the kind that doesn't show up immediately, but builds quietly, like pressure in a sealed container. And Robert didn't notice, or maybe he noticed little signs but ignored them, like waking up feeling more tired than before, or having slight headaches after naps, or feeling his heart race for a few seconds when he suddenly woke up. Those small warning signs, the ones people brush off, the ones people say, it's nothing. Yeah, those were signals, and he missed them, or maybe he just didn't want to believe them, because changing a comfortable habit is hard. It's really hard, especially when it feels good. And let's be honest, nobody wants to give up something that feels like peace. But sometimes what feels like peace on the outside is stress on the inside. And that's exactly what was happening here. Day after day, nap after nap, his body was under pressure, adjusting, struggling, compensating, until one day it couldn't anymore. And that day didn't look special either. No big event, no dramatic setup, just another normal afternoon. He had his lunch, probably something warm and heavy, sat for a bit, felt that familiar wave of sleepiness, and like always, he went to lie down. Same couch, same position, same routine. Nothing new, nothing alarming, just another nap. Except this time, he didn't wake up. And that's the part that hits hard, because there was no warning moment. No, I feel something is wrong. No chance to fix it. It just happened. His breathing slowed too much. His oxygen levels dropped lower than his body could handle, and his heart, already stressed from repeated patterns, couldn't recover. And that was it. Quiet, sudden, final. And when doctors later looked into it, they didn't find a dramatic single cause like people expect. No, what they found was a pattern, a lifestyle habit repeated over and over again, something so small it was invisible until it wasn't. And that's the scary part, because it means this isn't about one rare incident. It's about a common mistake hiding in everyday life, something millions of people do without thinking twice. And maybe right now, as you're listening to this, you're realizing something. Maybe you've done this before. Maybe you still do it. Maybe someone in your house does it every day, and you never thought it could be risky, but now you're not so sure. And that feeling right there, that slight discomfort, that pause, that's important. Don't ignore it, because awareness is the first step to change. And no, this isn't about fear. It's not about scaring you into never taking a nap again. Naps can actually be good, really good. They can boost your brain, improve your mood, give you energy, but only if you do them right. And that's where most people go wrong. They turn a helpful habit into a risky one without realizing it, by making it too long, too deep, too close to meals, too flat in position, especially as the body ages and becomes less forgiving. And the thing is, your body does try to warn you. It really does. Through small signs, through discomfort, through those weird feelings you get after waking up. But if you keep ignoring those signals, eventually your body stops warning and starts reacting. And by then, it might be too late. And that's the truth people don't like to hear, because it's not dramatic, it's not flashy, it's just quiet cause and effect, and it builds slowly, almost invisibly, until one day it becomes undeniable, and by then you're either lucky or you're not. And Robert wasn't. And his story is not just his story, it's a mirror, a reflection of habits many people share. And that's why it matters, because if something so simple can have such serious consequences, then maybe it deserves more attention than we give it. Maybe it deserves a second thought the next time you feel that post-lunch sleepiness creeping in. Maybe instead of lying down immediately, you sit for a bit, let your body settle. Maybe you keep your naps shorter, lighter. Maybe you adjust your position, elevate your head, give your body a better chance to breathe and function the way it's supposed to. Small changes, nothing extreme, but powerful enough to shift the outcome. And that's the good news in all this, because unlike Robert, you're hearing this now. You have the awareness, you have the chance to adjust, to rethink, to do things a little smarter. And that's all it takes sometimes, not perfection, just awareness and small, consistent changes. So now let me ask you again, and this time really think about it. Are you making this same mistake without realizing it? Or is someone you care about doing it right now? Because if the answer is even maybe, then don't just scroll past this. Don't just forget it. Do something with it. Talk about it. Share it. Change one small habit today. Because sometimes the difference between safe and risky is not something big and obvious. It's something small and repeated, something you barely notice until it matters, and by then, you'll wish you noticed sooner. So don't wait for that moment. Don't gamble with something as simple as rest, because rest should heal you, not harm you. And yeah, this might sound a little intense, maybe even uncomfortable, but sometimes the truth is like that. It shakes you a bit, wakes you up, makes you think twice. And honestly, that's the whole point. Because if this story makes you pause even for a second, then it's already done something valuable. It's already made a difference. And maybe, just maybe, that difference is enough to prevent another story like Robert's from happening again. And that right there, that's worth everything. So stay aware, stay smart, listen to your body even when it whispers, and don't ignore the small things, because sometimes the small things are actually the big ones.